Let's dive right into this explainer and build a complete map of how artificial intelligence actually works, layer by fascinating layer. We constantly hear terms like machine learning, deep learning, RAG, and large language models just thrown around all the time. And honestly, they're often presented as these isolated, kind of confusing buzzwords. But they absolutely aren't. They actually fit together like pieces of a beautifully designed puzzle. So today, we're going to demystify the whole shebang.
Here's our agenda for today. We're going to start by looking beyond traditional programming. Then we'll hit the machine learning breakthrough, deep learning and neural networks, searching by meaning, RAG, the open book exam, and finally, decoding large language models.
Section 1. Beyond traditional programming.
This whole journey actually builds from Alan Turing's dreams way back in 1950, all the way through the really frustrating setbacks of the AI winters, right up to modern computing. See, early computers were essentially just incredibly fast calculators. They were absolutely brilliant at doing thousands of math problems a second, but they were totally helpless if you asked them to do something a toddler could do, like, say, recognize a cat in a photo. For decades, researchers literally tried to achieve intelligence by manually writing out thousands of explicit rules for every single possible scenario. But as you can guess, the real world is just way too unpredictable for that, and progress eventually just completely stalled out in these periods we now call AI winters.
So, to thaw out that AI winter, a massive, foundational shift was needed. Instead of humans painstakingly writing millions of rigid rules, we started feeding machines data and answers so they could just discover the rules themselves. Think about it. In traditional programming, if you want a computer to calculate taxes, you give it the data, you give it the exact tax laws, which are the rules, and boom, it outputs the answer. But how on earth do you write a strict rule to recognize human handwriting? You really can't. So researchers flipped the equation. We gave the computer the raw data, along with the correct answers, and basically let the computer figure out the rules entirely on its own. A real game changer.
Section 2. The Machine Learning Breakthrough. Imagine teaching a little kid what an apple is. You wouldn't hand them a strict written checklist of shapes and colors, right? If you gave them a checklist saying apples are round and red, and then handed them a weirdly shaped green, grainy Smith apple, they'd be totally confused. Instead, you just show them hundreds of apples. Big ones, small ones, red ones, green ones. They naturally just sort of internalize the underlying pattern. Well, machine learning does exactly this. In this setup, data is the literal fuel. Without vast amounts of data to act as the teacher, machine learning algorithms simply wouldn't function at all. Now, it is absolutely crucial to understand that every single AI system we use today, and I mean everything from ChatGPT to self-driving cars, is highly specialized narrow AI. Meanwhile, AGI, artificial general intelligence, and artificial superintelligence remain strictly in the realm of hypothesis. Sure, a chess engine can absolutely demolish a grandmaster, but it can't summarize an email for you. A language model can write a stunningly beautiful poem, but no way can it drive your car. Being superhuman at one very specific task doesn't make a machine generally intelligent. Grasping this distinction is super important if we want to separate today's actual reality from sci-fi movies.
Section 3. Deep learning and neural networks. This brings us to a massive bottleneck in the industry, which prompted researchers to ask a completely radical question about something called feature engineering. In traditional machine learning, human engineers had to explicitly tell the computer what features it should be looking for. You'd have to say, hey, to find a cat, look for pointed ears, whiskers, and a tail. But what if the cat in the photo is completely upside down, or hiding in the dark, or curled up in a tiny ball? These human-engineered checklists just became utterly impossible to maintain. I mean, you literally can't write a mathematical rule for every single shadow or weird angle out there. And that led to a massive aha moment that eliminated the need for those endless human checklists and changed AI forever. The idea was this: what if the computer could discover the important features automatically? Instead of humans sitting there trying to tell a computer exactly what a whisker looks like, researchers realized they needed a system that could just ingest millions of raw images and automatically figure out which features actually mattered on its own.
And that magical system is the neural network. Inspired by the human brain, it works by passing data through multiple deep layers of these tiny artificial decision-making units, or neurons. The computer learns to recognize incredibly simple things first, like basic edges, before naturally combining them into full, complex concepts, like a bicycle or a dog. By the way, the word deep in deep learning, it literally just refers to these many, many layers of processing. The very first layer might just notice dark and light pixels. The next layer spots edges. The next combines those edges into shapes. And by the end of the network, it can confidently recognize a highly complex image. It builds understanding step by step by step.
Section 4. Searching by meaning.
Okay, so once machines could see patterns, the next big hurdle was language. To a computer, words are just arbitrary symbols. But and this is wildly cool, by analyzing how millions of words are actually used in context all over the internet, AI learns to assign mathematical coordinates to them. We call these coordinates embeddings. Instead of just seeing the letters in the word apple, the AI plots it on a giant mathematical map right next to mango and far, far away from tiger. It effectively turns abstract human meaning into pure searchable numbers. Sentences that express similar ideas just naturally cluster together in this mathematical space.
And this incredible concept is what builds a vector database. See, traditional databases are kind of like those old dusty phone books. They literally only work if you know the exact word you're looking for. But vector databases, they search by meaning. It's like navigating a city map of concepts. If you search for how to fix a leaking pipe, a vector database knows to instantly pull up documents about plumbing repairs, even if your exact keywords don't match at all. If you search for leadership, it pulls up books on inspiring teams because the AI knows they live in the exact same conceptual neighborhood.
Section 5. RAG, the open book exam. So, large language models are amazing, but they have a huge flaw. They're trained on massive data sets that stop at a very specific date in the past. They don't know your company's private internal HR policies, and they sure don't know the breaking news from yesterday. Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, completely solves this. Instead of relying on a fixed, outdated memory, it's basically like giving the AI a library card to your most current private documents. It acts exactly like a student taking an open book exam, letting the AI look up the exact current facts before it ever writes its answer. Let's walk through how that workflow actually happens in real time. Imagine a user asking about a brand new refund policy. Step 1, the system converts your question into an embedding. Step 2, it searches the vector database for that meaning. Step 3, it pulls the most relevant paragraphs from, say, your company handbook. And finally, step 4, it attaches those paragraphs to the prompt and basically tells the LLM, hey, answer the user's question using strictly this provided text. By doing this, RAG practically guarantees a highly accurate answer without ever needing to go through the incredibly expensive process of retraining the entire model. It drastically reduces those crazy AI hallucinations we hear about.
Section 6. Decoding large language models.
This perfectly sets the stage for the engine itself, large language models. Tools like ChatGPT are not just giant encyclopedias storing pre-written text. In reality, they're basically playing a highly sophisticated, hyper-fast game of predicting the most statistically likely next word based on context. When an LLM generates a paragraph, it doesn't just spawn the whole thing at once. It guesses the most likely next piece of text, then evaluates the whole sentence again, guesses the next piece, and repeats this process insanely fast. It's dynamically generating language on the fly based on billions of statistical patterns it absorbed during its massive training phase. And to do this, LLMs process text in small chunks that we call tokens. A token could be a whole word or sometimes just a piece of a word. And they use something called a context window as their short-term working memory. This is the absolute limit of what the model can hold in its head during a single interaction. So by breaking language down into tokens and holding them in this context window, the AI actually remembers what you said 2 minutes ago, which is what keeps the conversation flowing so naturally. When you hear about an AI being able to read an entire 300-page book in one single prompt, what they're actually talking about is a massive context window. But even with all of this, something was still missing to make language truly fluid. And that brings us to the final breakthrough, the transformer architecture, introduced back in 2017. Before transformers, AI struggled heavily with long sentences. It would literally forget the beginning of a paragraph by the time it reached the end. The transformer changed everything by giving AI the ability to pay attention to context. It looks at all the words in a sentence simultaneously and figures out which words influence each other the most. This lets it instantly know whether the word bank means a riverbank or a financial institution. It highlights the intricate relationships between words, which finally gave the machine a profound, almost eerie understanding of human nuance and context.
I really hope this explainer has successfully demystified these building blocks for you. We've journeyed from rigid, rule-based programming all the way through deep neural networks, vector databases, and massive language models driven by attention. We understand now that AI definitely isn't magic. It's a series of beautifully logical, stacked innovations that allow machines to learn patterns from data. This technology is absolutely going to continue to evolve at lightning speed. But by grasping these foundational layers, you now hold the map to navigate whatever comes next. Which leaves us with one incredibly profound question to ponder about the future of human thought. AI can now predict our words, search our meanings, and pass our exams. But as it continues to learn, the question remains, is it just imitating our intelligence, or fundamentally redefining it?